I read the other day that everything, well, not everything, but a lot of stuff that people feel is the case about dinosaurs is wrong because the latest understanding is that they actually had quite big lips.
Right, okay.
Which is an amazing development.
I guess you wouldn't sort of know that they had big lips from the bones, would you?
So to confirm it, a paleontologist did say, to confirm we need to find a really well-preserved dinosaur.
Right.
That we're fairly certain, based on things we can glean from what we know already, that all the kind of artist impressions and depictions of dinosaurs are basically wrong because they would have hid all their massive teeth behind quite big lips. And I just didn't see it coming. The same way I didn't see Dalai Lama doing that tongue thing. I didn't see dinosaur lips being a thing in 2023.
Yeah,
it feels more evidence that we're living in a gigantic simulation.
Have they told us how they know that dinosaurs have big old lovely lips?
No,
big
I don't think so.
Erling Haaland lips.
I don't think so. I think that it's to do probably with the structure of the bones and how they kind of. Part of it might be the way that they develop impressions or ideas, or it might be some AI thing actually, where they run. They probably put the bone structure together and they simulate how they would have moved and simulate how their mouths would have moved, and it would have suggested certain things. But what I find really interesting about dinosaurs, and we don't talk about it enough, I don't think, is that do you know what year dinosaurs were discovered?
Do I know what year dinosaurs were discovered? I'm going to take a guess at 1830.
The answer is actually 1824.
There you go. That's too bad, is it?
Pretty good.
Not too far away.
Do you not think that is an incredible fact?
I mean, it's an incredible fact that they were probably found before and they went, I don't know what that is. You know what I mean?
Can't deal with that.
But
for thousands of years,
everyone's got diseases.
But for thousands of years, no one even knew about the existence of dinosaurs at all.
Yeah.
Until 200 years ago.
So what was the sort of formal kind of identification? They're going, right, that's not a goat. That's too big to be an elephant. What's this?
I found another goat. It's massive. Teeth are huge.
Massive goat.
I think that they obviously, I think it was William Buckland, wasn't it, the geologist, who found a skeleton, essentially. Yeah. And it was like, I don't know what this animal is, never seen it before. And then they found out it was part of a wider family of lizards. But then, so I guess people would say that they were being discovered, I suppose, accidentally for years before that. But as you've pointed out, no one really said anything. Everyone's like, fucking weird. Because I think actually, given that the way that dinosaur remains are preserved it's actually quite rare. They have to have died a certain type of death and be in a certain area to have the bones preserved. So a lot of it's to do with swamps and tar pits and stuff, and they extrapolate from that because I don't think there's actually a huge amount of kind of samples out there. So I guess people were just stumbling upon and going, that's a big old bone. Who knows what that is? Don't really care. Yeah. Like you say, I've got other things to worry about. And then it was only really 200 years ago that it actually started to be formalised. I just think it's really interesting because by the time you start thinking about things like the fossil records, human beings' ways of thinking and philosophies and outlooks are so well established that when something comes along to upset the apple cart like that, people just don't really know what to do. I just thought it was an interesting fact.
Would you I sort of look at these sort of tar pits, like the ones in Los Angeles, and they're just these massive expanses of black. It just seems bizarre that they wouldn't be exploring those immediately. If I was back in the day, I'd be wanting to just fish stuff out of that all the time. You'd be like, what's in that? That's mad. Yeah. I just get a block of black stuff, and we're not using it for anything.
You're diving in there head first.
Exactly. I'm flobbing around. I'm running around the surface as if it's a non-Newtonian fluid or something.
Like Daniel Day-Lewis in There Will Be Blood.
Exactly, yeah. I want to know what's going on.
Covered in black gold. No, that's tar. Is it? Annoying.